Good morning, this is Robin Bieber on the EU and Energy Chart Talk on the 2nd of June at 7:05 in the morning London time. The chart we're looking at is DEC 20 emissions and it's beginning to look a bit dodgy. It's probably done a little bit too much from last night's move lower and the open this morning. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a recovery early on. And if we looked at a 60-minute chart, we can see what I mean by that. Here we're pretty low. We've had a big move back down towards the latter part of yesterday or midday yesterday, and it wouldn't be at all surprising to see it try and recover during the course of the morning. However, if we look at the daily chart, the key is the 13-day moving average at 2096. We're printing 2098. We must hold that level or we're sliding down to the 2028, 2010 level, 34-day, 21-day and 50% correction point. So use the 13-day as a pivot. Whilst it holds, it will probably retest the 5 and 8 days between 2119 and 2132. And again, there is no upside whatsoever, serious upside that is, unless it can get over the 100-day moving average at 2151, and that 100-day has been a problem for it. So for further downside, watch this 13-day pivot at 2096. It's really key. What it does there will tell us whether we're going to run up and test the 5 and 8s and maybe even the 100 again, or whether we're going down into this 2010 area. Now, if we go on to MBP, struggling but holding. 8.35 is the key. If it moves on the front month, if it moves and closes below 8.35, I think you've probably got to move down to around the 6 level in store for us. So it won't look at all good. The stochastic is just positive, so we can get rid of that. It's just positive, but what happens at the 5 and 8s between 9.294 and 9.609 is critical. A move and close over the 8-day at 9.609 would suggest some upside. Closing below 8.35 would be very bearish. And on the winter, the key is 29.09 here, this recent low there. Absolutely critical what happens at this level. Actually, it's 29.99, apologies. What happens at 29.99 is critical because a move and close below there would have us down to probably south of 28. And it's an absolute must-hold support. The 5 and 8s, the 5-day gap's a little wide, but the 5 and 8s are the key resistance at 30.624 and 30.924. Only a move and close over the 8-day at 30.924 would suggest any form of recovery. Meanwhile, this contract is really on the back foot, and this level here, 29.99, is critical for it. TTF failed yesterday, or rather has failed at the 13-day moving average for virtually 2 days in a row. There's no upside whilst it's below 4.365. This is a key level, but at the same time, there's not much downside whilst it's holding the 5 and 8-day moving averages, the lower of which is at 3.953. So long as that holds, it's okay, but it's a struggle, and it's all going to be a matter of what happens at the 13-day resistance and the 5 and 8 support. And a move below the 5 and 8 support would have it back to 3.365. A move over the 13-day moving average would probably have it up to testing the 21-day at 4.845. So it really is a question of moving average price management today. Watch the 5, 8 and 13s because they're going to give us the clues as to the next leg. And Felix, bit of a failure yesterday. It's okay whilst it's below 36.1, but a move and close below 36.1 would have us down to this gap fill at 35.05 and potentially 33.2. Whilst it's below the lowest of the moving averages at 36.57, it remains under pressure. But above there's a whole spaghetti junction of moving averages, which frankly need to be moved and closed above, with the higher being at around 37.09, the 5 and 8s. Only a move over 37.09 would suggest any form of breakout north, which doesn't look that likely at the moment. It's got a negative stochastic, which is only in the middle and therefore not feeling any bottom yet. Watch this level, 36.1. The chances are it's going to be under pressure again this morning. That's all for today, folks. Good luck, good trading, and bon appetit.